Yeah.
Be careful, there's a drink on your towel.
There's. Hello, hello. Well, we're live, so that's working. Hello, Jurassic Ham. So that's working. Hello, Jurassic Ham. There we go. Seems to be working fine now, or it's better than last time. We're just working on making sure that streaming works. Why do I still hear? Oh, stop. So why is that not plugged in? I'm ready for a test stream that goes on longer than it needs to be. Well, I need to test to see if it works over time, so. I have not streamed in so long. And I also gotta make sure it works for the podcast. So what have you been up to, Apple? Okay, we got the stream playing. Oh, what you gonna do outside? Actually, it seems like everything is fine, so let's try and jump over to do some dinosaur stuff. Hello, Avalar. How you doing, ma'am? What is an optometrist? Don't even know how to say it. I'm doing well. I have a Missy in the background here. You want to wave to them? What? Yeah, she's very tired.
Dad, I'm not Missy.
It's okay. Yeah, I'm doing well. They're saying hi, Kata. It's Avalar and one up. The avalanche and the parrot, okay. Actually, how would you guys like to see a little something from people? How would you guys like to see something from Knights of Frost finale? I think I can switch over here, can I? Yeah.
Summer in the hills, those hazy days I do remember. We were running still, had the whole world at our feet.
Can show you guys about the opening. Does that right? Properties. What the fuck? Why not? Oh wait. Ah, there it is. Fuck's sake. How big is that way? Okay. Okay, see you, dude. We're just gonna watch some of the start of it.
Forgive me, Father, for I have sinned.
Gonna add some more sound effects to this.
I'm not a sound effect.
No, you're a sound effect.
I'm not a sound effect. I'm gonna sleep with Molly because Molly's nice.
I just got back from the crime scene. How could anyone do that? And why?
According to his statement, it was to appease his father, who just so happened to be one of the deceased. The priest, in fact.
I have seen some fucked up shit, but that was next level.
Sure you want to go in there?
Yes. I'll start the interrogation.
He's not allowed out of his holding cell. Orders from the commissioner.
Also needs more music in this area. Okay, I'm not gonna show much more. We can skip a little. See if I can find a shot that I like. I like that shot. Okay, enough of that. Thank you, Avalar. Hello, it's me. Okay, let's get the mods. One point 6.2. No, it's okay. I'm only doing a test stream anyway, so. Yeah, what am I gonna? Yeah, I'm not gonna bother afterward. It seems like it's working fine. That means I can set up... Actually, maybe I can do that live. I can set up the Christmas room for the podcast. So... Actually, can I copy... There we go. Very successful. So that's the one we need to change. Let's find a good Christmassy photo. Thank you. Google. Let's see. What's a Christmas living room? I would like a one like last time where it has a little bit of a view. Hello, Simon. Oh, that is perfect. Had it just been wider. Let's try it. Oh yeah. Sounds like a good idea, huh? Very Christmassy. Let's see if we can get this to work. What do you think? I don't know about this one. Maybe I should just ditch the view and just go for mood instead. Well, let's go for a drawing. Why not? Hello, Sophie. How's it going? Oh shit, what did I move? Like, I would like the Christmas tree there. Maybe we can... Like, that is good, I think. Let's go with that one. I'm gonna announce it right after this. But it's soon, very soon. This guy's not gonna be there. We need a new quote. Which one should we add? See, what do we have though? Images, Cinema Hub, text. This is the mood to be jolly. How about that one? There we go. Oh yeah, we can, since you're here, I'll add that one too. No, I just gotta find it. There it is. There you go, Sophie. But I'm tired. I danced all night and I'm out of sparkly iced tea. Oh, why have you been dancing? Huh? Huh? Ah, nice. So what do you guys think of my nails? I did them myself. mine are much better than Caddis. Okay. What do you guys think of Christmas hats? Should we have that? Let's get some transparency going on. Hats. That is not transparent. Exactly. Ooh. Gonna download a few. Maybe I can get a green Christmas hat. Is that a thing? Why are they not all PNG? Sure, let's go with that one. Oh, we should get a Christmas mug too. So funny, Simon. I'm hilarious. Okay, I might bring Lewis onto the call, but that means potential Star Wars spoilers. Here, let me. Okay, Simon. Hola. Okay, calm down. You okay there?
Oh no.
How did you enjoy episode 8?
Episode 8 was fucking fantastic. Oh.
Did not see what I did
No,
there.
no, it wasn't. It was terrible. Oh my fucking god, what a shit film. But like, oh my god, it was so good.
Okay, enjoy, Simon.
I wanna fucking cry. I wanna cry. Are you streaming right now?
Yeah, I'm streaming right now.
Okay, spoilers for Rise of Skywalker, like right now.
Yeah, I told him.
Okay. Here's what's good. I've got a video essay coming out in like 3 hours.
Oh, nice.
It's gonna be. I'm posting like a month, so it's gonna be a banger. It's like 5 minutes long, but it'll go into detail about why I love this film. But
No, that's an unpopular opinion right there.
fuck, Walker is a cinematic masterclass. All right.
Ah, is it now?
Okay. Okay. It is. But it's a terrible film. It is. Oh, it's dog shit. Okay. As far as films go,
What?
objectively speaking, I could not. I guess right. Some things had to be sacrificed in order to fix what Rian Johnson fucking did with his big behemoth penis to this franchise. But but it was worth it in what we got, because what we got, JJ delivered. Boy, he fucking delivered. He delivered.
You sound a little hyped there, man.
I'm telling you, this film, okay, Act 1 and 2 are pretty dog shit in terms of like excitement wise, and everything else that I mentioned. Like pacing is pretty all over the place. There is no like structure to the pacing. It's just kind of everywhere. But that's fine because that had to be sacrificed to raise some certain stakes, import some character moments that we. Did you know that Ray only met Poe at the end of the last one?
Yeah.
They never met before. Yeah, exactly. So imagine how much JJ had to do with this to make them feel like they'd known each other, and it paid off by the end. I felt like Ray and Poe knew each other pretty well, and I'm not gonna lie, that hug at the end was quite emotional. I felt it, and he did that with one film. So even though the pacing was everywhere, even though a lot of things were quite forced, you know what, JJ? Well done, JJ. But I just got out of the theater though. I literally just came home. I'm.
Now, are you sure you're gonna
I
have
don't
these
know.
opinions when like the hype has died down?
Probably not, but I don't know.
Okay, so I have some opinions on the Rise of Skywalker 2.
Okay, go on.
So I think it's the best one out of the three.
Yeah, 100%.
I think it's complete trash when it comes to the marketing of it, calling it the end of the saga. To think that this has anything to do with the Skywalker saga.
Yeah.
It's just a mess.
Kind of did feel forced.
Like the Return of the Jedi is the true ending to the Skywalker saga.
This was just DLC.
Yeah, this is literally just this is DLC fan fiction.
Shit
That's
that
what
came
it is.
afterwards.
Because like when you think about it, this is all fan fiction.
And technically, it is fan fiction because J.J. Abrams was a Star Wars fan, and then he was like, "Oh, I'm gonna make 7."
Mm-hmm. But see, like you think about let's add some heavy spoilers here right now. Like for example, when Palpatine tosses Kylo Ren into the ravine thingy,
Yeah.
he's like, oh, like your grandfather did, or something like that. This is fan fiction. Like this is Palpatine throwing Kylo Ren because Vader did it to him, and it's Chewie getting a medallion because he didn't get it in the originals.
Fuck! I didn't notice that.
I noticed. Bray, can you tell that Lewis? Tell Lewis that he sucks from Ray. How do you feel about this, Lewis?
I don't know. I ranked Rise of Skywalker over Rogue One purely because of. Right, no, okay. Can we just talk about this though, real quick?
What?
Star Wars is quote unquote poetry, according to George Lucas, right?
Yeah.
It is. Oh my god! Oh my god, it is. No, because it's always been about Skywalkers and Palpatines, and Rey's now Palpatine, and then it's so satisfying. It's like, okay, so prequels, you had Palpatine in the back doing like the string thing, like he was controlling everything behind the scenes. Whilst Anakin was in the midst of it all, right? Okay,
Mhm.
he was on the light side. Okay,
Yeah.
then he switches to the dark side, and we have a little bit of a stalemate. Okay, but the main Skywalker and the main Palpatine are together; they're ruling the galaxy. Then Luke comes along, and he's like, "Nah, bitch," redeems, and then Anakin like sacrifices himself to save Luke, right? Then Palpatine is behind the scenes again. He's doing his thing again. He does Snoke, whatever he fucking does, First Order, Final Order, whatever the fuck it's called. I don't know, don't care. He's doing his thing, right? Palpatine is behind the scenes again, but this time instead of a Skywalker that's in the midst of this shit, it's a Palpatine. His own like daughter. So it parallels. Like it was a Skywalker, now it's a Palpatine. But then But then, right? Then, instead of it being Skywalker that saves Skywalker, it's Skywalker that saves Palpatine. How cool's that? And the fact that like they sacrificed, because Vader's sacrificed himself for Luke, and then Ben sacrificed himself for Rey, and then Ben and Vader are always getting compared to, oh, you know, Kylo Ren's just a bootleg Darth Vader. Well, fuck, he's the Vader of this series, and he's done the same. Like, it's poetry. Like George Lucas, man, he fucking knew, and fuck, it's poetry. It just is. Oh, I'm gassed. It was. Cyclical structure. I love it, man. I love it.
I mean, I disagree with you.
Disagree? What? It was right there. It happened. It's a parallel. It
No,
happened.
it's a mess. They tried.
It's so good. It
No,
was.
they're literally just grasping at straws for anything. How they can fix this goddamn trilogy.
But they did it pretty well, right? There was no other way they could have done it. I mean, as
Yeah,
soon
no,
as
that's
Snoke
what I'm
died,
saying.
that was
It's
it.
the best of the trilogy. They did the best with what they could do for. Like, I don't think they could have done any better based on what came before this.
No, that is true. They.
But it's still not that good. If you ask
I
me.
mean, I rate this as the 4th best Star Wars movie. I'd say.
What?
Yeah.
Fucking, why can't this line
Yeah.
up?
No, I just feel like because the original trilogy and the prequels both paralleled each other. They both rhymed, in essence. They were both, you know, boy grows up in the desert. But there's one difference. Each time that a parallel happens, there's something different that happens at the end, which makes it original, which makes it different from the last. So it isn't just a constant cycle of things happening. So it's a cyclical structure, but it's not a full cyclical structure. It's more or less a parallel, but with its own twist. And that's what Star Wars has always been, and George Lucas said that. And this is what happened with episode 1 to 3 and episode 4 to 6. So boy grows up on the desert, finds out he's force sensitive, has training. Both have to deal with their inner anger, right? Because remember, Luke had to do that too. And then Palpatine was like, join the dark side. And then Palpatine did the same thing to Anakin. Anakin joined the dark side, but then Luke didn't join the dark side. That was the difference. Here, Palpatine fucking does it again. You see what he did to Rey? He was all like, to save your friends, you must join the dark side. And he did the same thing to Anakin, but this time, Rey didn't join the dark side. Anakin did, though. And he did the exact same thing that he did to Anakin about saving Padme. And she almost did it as well. Like, she almost
No,
went
she
there.
didn't. There was-
She almost
I
went
never, ever believed that Rey was gonna turn. Ever.
there. And I
Not
thought
in
it
a
happened.
single one of these sequel episodes did I ever think that she was gonna turn.
You know what they should have done, though?
What?
One thing that I really do like how they did this film, considering how broken The Last Jedi was. I love how they managed to like finish this one off. I just love how everything connects together. Oh my god, Hayden Christensen was in this film. Oh my god.
I mean, they should have shown him though.
He was in it. He was there, and Mace Windu was there, and Qui-Gon, and Yoda, Obi-Wan, they were all fucking there. Oh my god.
Yeah, but it shouldn't have been Palpatine.
Shouldn't have been Palpatine, no, because that completely ruins Episode 6. But that's besides the point, because fan perspective, I mean, quite fair. After they killed Snoke, Palpatine was the only thing they could have done. Let's just be real. There's no other way they could have. I mean, they could have just done Kylo Ren versus Rey, but that's kind of boring. Like, everyone would have seen the outcome of that. Kylo Ren dies probably. Rey goes on to be. That's boring. Like, the fuck, you gotta have someone else. Like, and that was what Snoke was, but then they fucked it. What was I gonna say? Shit. Fuck.
I was gonna say,
one
yeah,
thing
they
that I would have.
they should have had a different new villain. They shouldn't have been.
Yeah.
You know, I'm just.
Yeah, I wish they kept Snoke around though, because if they kept Snoke around, it would have worked.
I mean, he looked very lovely in those cloning chambers.
Oh my god, did you fucking see the motherfucker? You see him? All them theorists back when Episode 7 came out, they were like, "Oh yeah, Snoke is Palpatine." I'll probably fucking. They're gassing right now because
Yeah,
they were
you
right.
know Star Wars
They were
theory?
right. Yeah.
Yeah, that was his
I do.
first video. was
Is that actually?
yeah,
Damn. He was
theorizing
right.
that the Palpatine is Snoke.
He was right.
I don't know if you guys
Yeah.
realize that Rise of Skywalker literally repeats the end of Return of the Jedi. Yeah, it does.
The Rise of Skywalker also repeats the end of Episode 3 as well, except for it doesn't at the same time
No, it doesn't. Like what?
because of the whole turn to the dark side. Only way you can
That's
save
just
your friends.
Sith in general, though.
Yeah, but it happened, so I'm not gonna say it's not a parallel because it is.
It is not a parallel.
Oh no! Can we first you know, I was sat there and I was thinking, Disney, you fucking sneaky motherfuckers. First of all, start of the year, fucking I am Iron Man and now I am the Jedi. What the fuck are you doing? I was there about to snap my fingers, bitch. I was sat there about to click, and then she said Jedi. I was like, oh yeah, we're in a Star Wars movie. Shit. Damn it. God damn it. No. He was like, I am the Sith. And shit, I'm the Jedi. Like, what the fuck? Ripping Marvel off. JJ, man. I know. Anyways, what was I gonna say about what I wish? Oh yeah, I wish they would have kept Rey dead. I feel like no one would have seen that coming. Like,
Imagine if
I
Rey
was
died
expecting that.
and Kylo or Ben
Yeah.
was the one who lived on.
yeah, exactly. I would have, because that would have made so much more sense though. Because I mean, the title of the movie still makes sense, even though Rey lived, but it would have made more sense if
It's a
Ren.
terrible sense why it makes sense.
It would have made more sense if
You know, no,
Rey
we're not.
actually died.
Skywalkers is not a last name anymore. It's just something you can be, whoever you are, I guess.
If you're Force sensitive, you're now a Skywalker.
Yes. That's why.
Well, I mean-
That's why I named
well, I
myself
mean, I'm
Brega
not-
Skywalker.
You know, right? Let's go on Discord right now. Let's change our names. Let's do it.
That's
I'm
what I
gonna
did.
go-
I've already done it.
Have you actually?
Yeah.
Fuck, I'm changing my name to Lewis Skywalker right now.
I renamed myself in retaliation.
Done. Oh fuck.
Since everybody can be a Skywalker now, I want to be one too.
I'm not mad. I'm not mad that Rey has renamed herself Rey Skywalker though.
Oh,
I feel like I would be mad if it was anyone else, but the fact that it was Rey, I'm not mad
why though?
because she's a Palpatine.
Yeah,
And if yeah, but
she's
like
a fucking Palpatine, not a Skywalker.
exactly. But like if a random bozo came up that was like a Jedi, like for example, if fucking Kit Fisto was like, oh I'm Force sensitive, I want to fucking be a Skywalker, bitch. My name's Kit Fisto Skywalker, motherfucker. I'd be like, no, you're not. You're Kit Fisto, son of a bitch. Sit down, you green turd. But then Rey comes along and she's like, oh yeah, I'm a Skywalker now. I get that because Palpatines and Skywalkers are like that closely related. It's like the Skywalker lineage kind of lives on through Rey. So I'm not mad. I mean, I'd rather it be Ben because he technically is a Skywalker. Although his last name's Solo, he is a Skywalker. His grandfather.
He is
And-
actual Skywalker blood.
Yeah, but Rey, I kind of get. In a way, I get it. I'm not mad.
course
I
you
get
get
but
it.
I'd rather be.
Of course you
I'd
get it. Like that's
rather-
the point of the movie. It's not.
Not mad.
It's not about who you really are. It's about who you wanna be. That's what the movie is about.
Not mad though. I'm not mad that it was Rey. I'd rather it had stayed dead though, and then Kylo live on because I feel like when Rey died, I was like, I wasn't upset because I was like, there's no way she's gonna stay dead. Like I know she's definitely coming back, and lo and behold, she comes back. But if she stayed dead, I would have been like, oh shit, fuck, didn't see that coming. And then Kylo would have been the one to live on.
Oh, by the way,
That would've been cool.
No, Ray is saying, Lewis is sending mixed signals right now. He said it's bad, but then he gigs out about it. Lewis is confusing me so much right now. Does he like it or does he not?
No, it's a terrible film. It's a terrible film. It is a terrible film. Like as far as the film goes, it is pretty bad. A lot of like, what objectively makes a film good is sacrificed because of what Ryan Johnson did to the series, and JJ had to fix it by raising the stakes again. In one film, he had to raise the stakes in one film, not three, one, to fix what Ryan Johnson did to it. And then again, Snoke was killed off, so he had to bring in a new villain for one film. It wasn't built up like the prequels or the original trilogy where Palpatine was always there or Vader was there. It was he had to bring in a fucking new guy. No, well, he wasn't new. It's Palpatine, but he had to bring him in, and then just say he's been there the entire time, which felt forced. And that's not good for a film. Like, he had to force some character moments for chemistry, which I get, because you've got to act like Poe actually knows Rey, even though they hadn't met till the end of the fucking last one, thanks Ryan Johnson. I mean, Ryan Johnson, he's fucked it. I mean, if he just did a good job with The Last Jedi, we wouldn't be in this shambles. But for what it was, I'm going to appreciate that this was pretty good, and I applaud JJ. The moments that he gave us from this film, was good. The moments, but as a film, it's not very good.
Same. I understand your feelings, because as I said, I enjoyed this one more out of all of the three movies. Like, this was probably the best one. But it's terrible not terrible. It's bad by default. That the fact it's connected to these other two movies, to which the whole trilogy has no consistency, no plan, no anything. It was just a hot potato play between directors, and that ruins it for me. Because JJ had no other choice but to make this movie the way it is, because of the how the other two movies played out together.
I 100% agree with you.
But it was enjoyable. It was for what it was enjoyable.
Yeah, because JJ had to sacrifice the integrity of a film. Like, just talking about a film as film goes, he had to sacrifice the integrity of a film to make this one at least make sense, enjoyable, and a good Star Wars flick to end the Skywalker saga, in which Ryan Johnson had completely bumholed in the last one.
Mm-hmm.
So, as far as film goes, I'd say Episode 7 is probably the best film.
I think I'm actually kind of glad I read the leaks.
Why?
Because I kind of knew what to expect.
I'm glad I didn't, because I feel like I'd be pissed if I... There was a lot of things in here which I was thoroughly happy about. I wasn't surprised at some of them, but I was very happy. If I found out Anakin was coming back, I would have busted a nut over.
I mean, it's not really back though. I couldn't really tell even when Anakin was talking. I was so lost on who was talking in that whole moment. That's why I said they should have shown them. They should have showed up.
Yeah, that's true. They should. You know, when Luke and Leia were in the twin sons and in the end, they all should have fucking came back then. It should have been Anakin, Leia, Luke,
at the Return of the Jedi. You saw everybody showed up. Anakin showed up, Yoda, everybody. That felt like the completion of that saga, that story about that family and those people around them. This is Rey's story. Her two mentors showed up to celebrate her taking their name. That's what happened at the end of the Skywalker saga. A Palpatine runs off with the Skywalker name.
That's ironic, though, isn't it?
It's terrible. That's what it is.
It's ironic. It's irony though, because if you think about it, right, Palpatine has always been the one that's always been in control in all 9 movies. But at the same time, Palpatine has always been the one that has lost the power that the Skywalkers have. Because the Skywalkers have always been more powerful than the Palpatines. Palpatine was afraid that Anakin would, take over him. He was scared of that. That's why he gave him the really bad cybernetic suit in Darth Vader. Because think about it, with the resources they had, the Empire, they could have made Darth Vader way more powerful than he already was. Let's just be fucking real. And Palpatine was scared.
That has been stated in comics or something like that. That Palpatine purposely downgraded his armor to make him lesser.
because he was scared of him. That's why like Skywalkers have always been better than the Palpatines, and then the fact that a Palpatine
Unless
takes the
you're Rey.
Skywalkers, unless you're Rey. But I mean, it's quite fair. Kylo Ren like kind of whooped Rey's ass in a lot of those battles, and
Did he?
Skywalker. Yeah, I mean,
No,
apart
he
from when
didn't.
Rey killed him, but that's besides the point.
Oh, Lewis.
Kylo had the upper hand, apart from the time when Rey was like, "No, you're fucking dead." But it's ironic because the Skywalkers have always been better than Palpatines, and then the Palpatine took the Skywalker name. It's irony. It just is. Oh, it's funny. It's funny. It's just
To me, it's just bad. That's just not how things work.
I feel like I know it's bad. I just want to think about it.
I think you enjoyed it so much that you want all the bad parts to be good.
I understand why it's bad. That's why Ray's like he's got mixed emotions. Is because I'm gassed about. Let's just be the third act in this film is is some of the best Star Wars I've ever seen ever. Out of
Really?
anything ever.
That's the worst
Yes.
part about the whole movie.
I think Act 3 is fucking amazing. Like,
Literally, third act, rehash Return of the Jedi. 1. Palpatine is back. For what reason? Oh, we needed a villain.
Yes.
Way to just ruin Lord Vader, the most important villain in the whole goddamn, or the most important character in this whole goddamn saga. His whole impact in this world now is kind of. Anyways, and let's see, what's oh yeah, literally, the threat is. How many planet destroying weapon Star Destroyers do you want in the scene? Unlimited. Yes, I want all of them. Why? Because, I don't know. It's just epic, I guess. It's like, like I talked to Ray about this earlier, like how in Rogue One, it's impactful when it enhances New Hope on how dangerous that Death Star is. Because you see the damage. But in what they do in the sequel trilogy, is to just take away all the care you have for it because it's just bigger, more Death Star, and now they're just unlimited Death Star weapons on Star Destroyers. Because how did the Palpatine do this? Because it's the finale. It's not good. How do you think the third part act is the best part of this movie? It's the worst.
No, I agree, but Bri, you're leeching off what I've been saying. That's from a film perspective. That is fucking terrible.
No, from a Star Wars perspective, it's also terrible.
But no. I enjoyed the third act the most because mainly because of the Palpatine and the Skywalkers. That is why I enjoy. It tied it together finally, and they were all. I don't like the whole Star Destroyer thing. There's a lot of things in this film I don't like. I don't like this film. Like the pacing's bad. The character moments are forced, and yet a lot of it is because of 7 or 8. But like then again, the whole this is the only way they could have done it, and I feel like they did the best for what they had. The Star Destroyer thing, fucking hated that. Okay, I hate the fact that Snoke's dead. I hate the fact that Palpatine had to come back because, like I've said before in a lot of other videos that I've made, is that it completely ruins Darth Vader's character in the fact that it kind of demoralizes what he did at the end of Return of the Jedi, and because it does that, it also then ruins Luke's character because then Vader had no reason to save Luke because if Palpatine was going to come back, then fuck it, doesn't matter. So then you've ruined 2 of the most integral characters in the entire saga. I don't like that. I fucking hate. That's one of the reasons why this is a terrible film, because it brings a character back that doesn't need to come back. But then again, how they utilized Palpatine. Okay, I get it. It ruins some other things, but how they utilized him to affect the characters that were in this film and this trilogy was good. I liked it. I liked how they utilized him going forward. Yes, it wasn't good for the things in the past, and yeah, people love that more than this. But how they utilized him for the Palpatines of now and the Skywalker.
I like
of now
the way
and
this movie ruined the other ones. This is what you're saying right now.
No, I don't like how it ruined the other ones. I like how they used Palpatine for Rey and Kylo, but I don't like how it kind of took away from Vader and Luke. And would I rather have Vader and Luke?
You listed off the reasons not to like the third act right now. together with me.
Yes, I don't like this film as a whole. I don't.
No,
like
you
it
said you
as a
loved the
film.
third act.
I love the third act. Yes.
Yeah, but
Because
you
it's
have only
fucking awesome.
listed of reasons why not to like it.
I've also listed reasons why I do like it.
Like what?
I did earlier with the fact that I think the way that it just expresses the poetry of the saga, the way that it ties the Skywalker and the Palpatine stories together, and
But
also
the-
can we just say Ben Solo is the best fucking character.
Yes, I
in
agree.
this
He was the
entire
best part of the
trilogy.
last third act.
He's
It
the
was so
best
much fun to
part
see
of
him be Ben.
every movie. And when he became Ben Solo again, the Jedi Knight Ben Solo, holy shit, that's so perfect. And he fucking died, just like Vader did when he came to the light side. And I was like, damn, this is good. Fucking hell. But like, I wish he stayed alive though, because Rey dying would have been a real good plot twist, and that would have been fucking awesome.
Okay, I'm starting to see why Ray says you're contradicting yourself. Oh, it's so
Yeah, no,
damn
no.
good that he died. It's like, oh, but I hated it.
No. That's literally been me the entire time I've come out of the theater. I've been like, I hate this film. I hate it because it's a bad film. Okay, it ruins other shits. And it's a bad film. Okay, it's a bad film. But as Star Wars goes, I enjoyed myself. I fucking enjoyed myself. From what it was, I fucking enjoyed it. Okay, I feel like this is a good end for the franchise.
No, it's not.
For what it was a good end, right? Okay, I couldn't have asked for anything more.
It's
I
a
don't
good
have
end
high
for this
expectations.
trilogy.
I don't have high. Yes, yeah, that's a good way of putting it. I don't have high expectations for this film. I didn't going in, and I was thoroughly pleased because it did better than what I thought it was going to be. What is it going to be? Is it going to be like Return of the Jedi? No, it's not. No, definitely not. Is it going to be like Episode 3? Fuck no. Fuck, nothing's going to be like Episode 3 ever again. But it's. Oh,
Okay, Ray
It was
says,
alright.
Lewis, to be honest, I think you're sending mixed signals because you're watched this movie, and I think in order to give a good review, you should sit on it.
Yes, no, I agree.
We're talking about the Star Wars Rise of Skywalker, Draco, by the way, in case you don't want to be spoiled.
I understand that this film is bad. I watched it and I came out thinking, damn, this film has a lot of flaws. But at the end of the day, for what it was, I enjoyed it. I enjoyed how they tied up the story. I enjoyed how the way. There was no good way they could have used Palpatine. Let's be real here. You can agree that there was no good way they
No,
could
they
have used
shouldn't have done it
Palpatine.
in the first place.
Exactly. But they had to.
No, they
There was
didn't.
no way they could have done
They didn't have to,
it. Right.
but it is an option.
It was the best option in my opinion. I think bringing in a new character would have completely fucked it.
I
But
mean,
I
I
don't-
would
you don't have
have
time.
preferred that. I would
I
like
wouldn't
if there
have.
was another like figure like that is like he is like, for example, personification of the dark side, and he's like, I'm the one. If he did the same thing, if like take the lines from the trailer, like I've been every single voice inside your head, kind of thing. If that was like Palpatine, Vader, Snoke, that was all just voices of this one character. That would have been awesome.
Would that just be too much repetition? Because then you've had Palpatine that's done that, you've had Snoke that's been there, and now you've got this dude. I mean, I feel like people will be like, oh, another fucking guy behind the shadows? How many fucking more is there? It makes sense that Palpatine would be the guy behind it,
I
but does
think
it ruin does it ruin Vader and Luke's character? Yes. Yes, it does. It does. It just does. And we knew this going in. But from what it was, this is the best way they could have used Palpatine if they were going to use him. Is it still good though? Is it good? No, I'm not saying that it is good because I don't.
It's enjoyable.
I wish they. It's enjoyable. I wish they didn't use Palpatine. I wish they didn't. But I feel like that was the only way going forward, and the way they did it was the best way they could have done it. I don't think they could have done it in any other way without sacrifice. Without somehow salvaging what was the ending of Return of the Jedi. I mean,
Really, they just shouldn't have done a
I'm
sequel
really
trilogy
sad.
altogether.
if they did, they should have let George Lucas do it, and I can
I
say
mean, he
that.
gave them the story. Like, he literally sold them the script for 789. And
Didn't use it.
they threw it out. And that's one, like Bob Iger even said it in his book, that he was confused why George Lucas was upset with them for not using his script.
I don't get why they wouldn't use George Lucas's. Like, they should just let George Lucas make it, because I know George didn't do a good job with the prequels, like, generally, but like, it made sense.
No, Disney wanted their own thing.
No, Disney wanted Snoke. Disney wanted Palpatine. Disney wanted nostalgia. Disney wanted to kill every character off in the most unmeaningful way possible.
It's strange to think that we had every member of the original cast in this movie, but never together.
Oh my god, we did.
I'll say this: that was one of my favorite moments in this movie, when Han Solo showed up. I was
Oh, yeah, that was
genuinely surprised. I don't remember that from the leaks, so when that showed up, I was like, "Oh damn!" That was
pretty good.
talking about parallels. That's a good parallel to the moment of him with Kylo Ren on the bridge in 7.
I agree.
But also, I think since he's not a Force ghost, I think it was around the same time Leia died, right? I think
Yeah,
that was Leia doing it.
probably.
Anyways, I think it would be good if it was her who did it.
And I'm glad that it was Han that turned him to the light side. I'm glad that it was Han that turned him, because I feel like if it was Luke or Anakin, it would have made sense, but like it doesn't have as much meaning because we saw Han and Ben interact on screen. And you know what's funny? You know something that this trilogy has done really well? And
What?
once again, it's to do with Kylo Ren because he is the best character. But the first ever time that Han Solo and Kylo Ren interact in this trilogy is the time when he kills him.
Mm-hmm.
But yet we feel that, and that's weird, because they didn't interact before that. At least I don't think they did they? They didn't. No.
No.
When he killed him in 7, that was the first time they interacted, and to build that relationship up off screen and without any previous interactions on screen that's good. You have to be good at doing shit to make that happen.
It would have been so much better though if we could have had more interactions between them before. So like if we could build up these characters to like know that they have like family bonds, so we care about them together, and then he falls, would have been more impactful.
Yeah.
Also, Rey was just even more OP in this movie than she has ever been.
Yeah, no, that is true. She was. I feel. I
I
feel
feel
like
like her basically immortalness, like unable to do anything wrong, unable to have flaws, makes her just so disconnected from like me be able to care about her as a character.
Yeah, I feel like if she died, also that would have improved her character a lot, because it was like, oh, she was a god, but now like she's dead, so she's not.
Like the reason why we care about Ben is because he has flaws.
Yeah.
And
He's a whiny
he's
bitch.
not immortal. Like he gets beaten a lot more. But the only flaw is that or the only problem is that he is a quote unquote villain. Oh hey Molly. But the also the whole Luke scene was literally all Last Jedi retcon.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
When he grabs the lightsaber and like, that's not a way to treat a lightsaber.
When I heard that, I was like, that is J.J. Abrams sticking the middle finger to Rian Johnson.
It was literally, I didn't like the way you did that, so I'm gonna fix that. That was
Smile.
the biggest Last Jedi retcon, because that was
Right.
like a big fuck you to the whole mentality of that movie.
Literally, the smile on Mark Hamill's face when he said the line too, I was like, yes.
He probably came up with that line.
Yeah, he probably did, to be fair. Oh, jeez. Isn't that what Obi-Wan said to Anakin in episode 2? That line. It is, isn't it? That was what he said. That's what Obi-Wan said to...
I mean, he did
to
similar lines. I think not necessarily that
Yeah.
line, but similar thing like, oh, don't
There was
treat yeah, treat your lightsaber well, like you don't lose it, and he kept losing it.
There was an exact rip from episode 3 though. I was very gassed when that happened. And said,
But one thing you
"Side
keep
is a pathway to many abilities, some
Some may-
considered to be
Unnatural.
unnatural." I was like, yes, episode 3! Yes! The best Star Wars film. You hear that, Ray? Best Star Wars film.
it's not the best Star Wars film.
Come on, you agree best Star Wars films episode 3, right?
Actually, Ray changed my mind.
Oh, wow. He doesn't have that much power over me. He can't change my mind.
Like,
Oh,
I
fair
love
enough.
episode 3. I feel like that's if I had to pick one Star Wars movie to keep forever, I would keep episode 3.
Of course.
But I love Rogue One. And I always felt I can't put Rogue One so high up just by default because it's just based on the opening crawls of episode 4. I feel like I can't put it so high up there, but I love it so much. Like, I love the style, I love the story, I love the characters, I love everything about that movie. So since Ray basically showed that it's okay to put that at number 1, I'm gonna put it at number 1 too.
I don't really like Rogue One. I mean,
What?
I do. I do like it. I do like the film. I do like it.
What?
No, I like it. I like it.
Mm-hmm.
I like it. But, no, it is good. It is good. Right, if I was going to rank... Okay, here's the thing. I don't rank Star Wars films, and you probably noticed this. I don't rank Star Wars films off how good the film is. Right, I don't do that. I rank Star Wars films off how good Star Wars it is.
You rank it off
That's
how much
alright.
you like it, or how much you enjoy it, not necessarily.
There's a little bit of there's a subjective bias, definitely, but I feel like there's a little bit of an objective bias. I feel like I have
Well, by that argument, A New Hope is the most Star Wars as Star Wars can be, so that should be number 1.
yeah, but at the same time there is a massive subjective bias. I feel like I have an image of what Star Wars is and what Star Wars has been, which is the first 6
I think
films.
it's because you and I grew up with the prequels, and we are prequel era people, and therefore,
How good the film is as like a film. If you looked at every film individually, I'm gonna write this down. Actually, I'm gonna see what I come up with. You have to go with that one first, 100%. There's no way you can't do that one first. Then, as a film goes,
arguably as a film, Empire is the best.
yeah, obviously, as a film goes, I don't. I feel like maybe that one second. Then I'd go that third.
Also, I feel like people
Yeah.
give Clone Wars unfair criticism.
Why?
Because I feel like most of the movie is decent. I enjoy it. I enjoy watching most of the movie, besides the romance scenes on Naboo, which are terrible. Those are the only scenes that bring it down for me. Like, I can watch Attack of the Clone Wars over Phantom Menace because I find most of Phantom Menace scenes boring.
I hate the Phantom Menace. As the film goes, I'd say episode 2 is probably better than 1 as well.
Yeah. Also builds up
I'd-
the relationship between Anakin and Obi-Wan. The final battle was not shit. The final battle was great. I loved the final battle of that one.
Except for the fucking lightsaber battle was completely pointless.
What? Yoda literally like spinning around the whole place?
Oh, as a film goes, I mean, I'd say that's better than that. Damn, I actually want to throw up at this list. I hate this. I'm never gonna write a Star Wars list like this ever again.
It's so hard to argue Last Jedi though, because you literally just want to put it at 0 or -10 or something like that, just because how much it pisses you off. But
I'd have.
but arguably, it's well made.
It's not.
It is.
It's still not a film. It's not because it completely. It has a lot of. It
No, I'm
tries
saying
to-
the movie is well. It looks good. Like it's
looks good. That's the only thing that it
yeah,
is.
it's like visually directed well, and
Yeah, but
like
that-
the
yeah.
actors do good with what they have.
that's it. The script is awful because
Yeah.
it tries to subvert expectations all the time, and it fails in every story beat. And because of that, the f- the feel of Star it's still better than episode 2 and 1, as like film goes, I'd say, but I don't know.
I can agree with not watching the sequel series after Return of the Jedi Ray. But Mandalorian is so good that you should not miss it.
Right, okay, here's the go. I'm gonna go from bottom to top.
Yep.
So the worst Star Wars film, I'd say, how many is there? There's 1, 2, there's 10, isn't there? There's 10 there.
As
I
a
haven't
Star
even
Wars
figured-
film alone, not considering good movie, Last Jedi is worst. No matter, but like arguably as a film, it has a lot of well-made features that are better than. The
Okay, I'm
prequels.
gonna go through 2 lists, right? I'm gonna
Yeah.
go through what I think is the best film, like as a film goes, as a film. Then
Yeah.
I'm gonna go through as a Star Wars film. Okay, so number 10, I'm not including Solo in this because I haven't seen Solo
Okay.
and don't plan to. So I go for number 10, episode 1.
That's the
completely
worst one.
irrelevant. I think it's the worst one.
And
I
that,
don't.
that's
I-
just as a film.
as a film. I
Okay.
think it's the worst one. Episode 2, 9th. I feel like it's got some character in there. It's got good chemistry. Ewan McGregor does a great job. It's quite good, like in some parts. I do enjoy the romance. I feel like the romance is pretty good. Like it's there, but like the dialogue is cringy. It's not executed that well, but it's believable in a sense, but it's not that good. It's not that well executed.
Mm.
You believe that Anakin cares for Padme, is all I'm going to say. But he has a bit of a creep about it.
Yes,
But
episode
still.
2, right?
Yes,
Yeah.
that is true. Then number 8, episode 8. Okay, it's visually stunning. The best looking Star Wars movie ever.
Yeah,
I'd say.
I agree with that.
It's very good. It's very good. Ryan Johnson did a good job with that. The script is terrible though. It tries to subvert expectations at every point. The Act 2 is utterly boring. I can't stand it. Act 3 is pretty good, but Act 3 is where the subversion of expectations
Subversion was
becomes
the whole movie.
unbearable. It was like Act 1 was bearable. Act 2 was too boring, but then Act 3 was like, boom, you thought this was gonna happen? No. 2 seconds later, boom, it's like, fuck off, right? Just leave me alone, right? Stop messing with me. Okay, episode 7, number 7, episode 9. Okay, episode 9, as a film goes, wasn't that good. Okay, we've already talked about this.
Yes,
not
but
very
actually no.
I'm gonna say for a film perspective, just seeing it as a film, it wasn't very good. But what it had that episode 8 didn't have, and it had all the time, was character. Like the character's pretty good in this one. Not gonna lie. Apart from Palpatine, he can go suck my fucking dick. Number 6, episode 3, the best of the prequels. It's a good film. It's a good film, but once again suffers from what a lot of episode 2 and 1 suffered from, but not as much. The final act in this film saves it completely. The story of Anakin going to Darth Vader, the character arc that is there, as character arcs go in terms of film, perfect. What a character! Fucking hell, Anakin Skywalker is one of the
Okay,
best fictional
Lewis.
characters in history.
Lewis, now you gotta tell me why the fuck you put episode 7 above episode 3.
Because I'm gonna tell you right now.
As a movie,
As a
tell
movie-
me how
as
this
a
makes
movie-
sense.
Okay, I will. Episode 3 at number 6. I think it's good. Act 3 definitely saves it. As Ray has actually told me before, Act 3 saves it. I can agree with that. In terms of a film. Number 5, gone with episode 7. Episode 7, I feel like is a really good film. It is. It's a very good adventure film. The pacing is good. I feel like the pacing is one of the best things about this film. The characterization between Han Solo and Kylo Ren is good. Leia isn't really there. Kylo Ren, however, great character. I feel like he's really underappreciated as a character. Like, he's very good. That's one of the best things about this movie and the entire series of 9, 7, and 8. They're just Kylo Ren is the best part of it, all of it, and he's very underappreciated. And Han Solo is very good in them too, and just everything that connects with Kylo Ren in some way, shape, or form makes it better. The one downfall of this movie that really does ruin it is Rey. Like you said, she is a Mary Sue. There's no character there. She's just powerful because of powerful sakes. She pulls a complete Mr. Metal, as now the term is called, not revealing enough about the character for you to care about them. Sorry, Tosla. Okay, we know this, but it's just true. I mean, that's the downfall for this film. And then number 4, Rogue One. Not gonna lie, great film.
Wait. We're not done talking about this.
Okay, right. Well, there you go. My downfall is Rey. Anything that connects to Kylo Ren, fucking fantastic. Han Solo, pretty good in this film.
You only put Episode 7 above 3 because you like Kylo Ren.
Oh, because in that case, I would have put Episode 3 above 7 because I like Anakin more. Anakin's my favorite character. I just generally
But
think...
that was the only reason why you really put 7 above 3. Like,
I think
but if
Kylo
you
Ren's
think
a-
about it, Episode 7 is just a rehash of New Hope.
Yeah,
That's all
so
it is,
if-
and the only
yes,
good thing
okay
it
then,
got
okay
going
then.
for it is the characters. They had potential,
Wait, hold on.
but if you put that in context of the trilogy, it's terrible because they fuck it up.
Yeah, but Ryger, we're talking about them as individual films. So if, in your logic, if you're saying that Episode 7 is a rehash of 4, then automatically it's a good film, right? No? Yes. We're looking at it.
But you have to put that into consideration, though, that it came from that movie.
Well, no. Well, no.
Also, we're saying that
Because we're
New Hope was never made, and this was the first movie.
I'd say, as a film goes, it's pretty good. If it's a rehash, it's a copy, whatever. Fuck it, that's their fault. They can get hated on for it, but does it make the film any less good for what it is? No. Because it still does pretty good. It just takes elements of A New Hope. And yes, that is called plagiarism, and we understand this. I would know. But... Spider-Man 2. But... but... Does that make Enderboy Balance Act any less good? No? Yeah. Go on, tell me. No, I just feel like it's a good film. I mean, I understand its flaws, though. Everything that you say about the film that is a flaw, I 100% agree. I do understand it's a rehash of A New Hope. I understand that it's, Rey. Yeah, it's questionable character.
I always
but
defended The Force Awakens before the other two movies were even out. I defended that one because, yes, it's the same movie, pretty much, but the characters are new. Where the characters can go from this point out, once they were now introduced back into Star Wars, could be amazing. That's why I always defended it. But
you were relying off the other films to make Episode 7 make more
yeah,
sense.
it was really reliant on the other two movies to make that movie good.
Not like Homecoming and Far From Home. And in just a bigger prospect. But no, I'd say Episode 7's probably better than 3.
But
Just a little bit.
3. Okay, I'm basing a lot of my opinions on the consistency of the story, and like the 3 needed to be a good end to those two movies, and I feel like that is they nailed the ending pretty much, and like overall the plot is solid in my opinion. Like it's the more one of the most Star Wars movies there is, because like it mixes the prequel era with the originals so solidly.
Well, we're talking about how films go, and like you said that you were reliant off 8 and 9 to make 7 better. Well, if we're looking at them as individual films, I know you got to consider where the story goes, but surely you could carry that hope over and then say, well, 7 had the potential, and therefore 7 is pretty good because you can go somewhere. It's a good building.
Okay,
It's a good
yeah,
building
fair
block.
enough. Fair enough. It's a good building, yeah. Of
Yeah.
movie. Because
Good
I did
building, like-
defend it when it came out.
Like if we take away 8 and 9 and we said, okay, go remake 8 and 9, you could make a really fucking good Star Wars trilogy from 7, from base upwards. So as this film goes, I'd say it's pretty good. It's slightly better than 3, but I do agree with you. 3's ending and how
Yeah,
like
but I
it
feel like
tied
3
stories
has
together.
more uniqueness to it as a movie
Yeah,
too.
yeah. I do agree with that.
Because like
I mean,
they tried to do something new with that movie and compared to trying to do the same.
I agree. Yeah,
That's
maybe-
why
maybe-
it's hard for me to put 3 above 7, because it just feels like the movie feels lesser because of it. Anyways, sorry, I stopped your list. Continue.
No. We'll put 3 above 7. We'll change it. 3 can go above 7. I agree. I feel like the ending was very good. It did tie stuff together. It was unique. 7's a good movie. I feel like 7 overall is a better movie overall, but 3.
How
just
about
the ending
this?
Is...
We put 7 and 3 equal.
Okay, right. So number 4, Rogue One, great characters. Jyn Erso was fantastic. It really played like with what they had to work with from the role of 4. I feel like it did a fantastic job. Darth Vader was utilized in the right moments, wasn't overdone, and his scene was fucking awesome. Holy shit.
Mm-hmm.
It led into 4 really well. The pacing was good. The final battle was awesome. The stakes were there. I cried when Jyn Erso died. Great film.
When all of them died, like they're like.
All of them died, yeah.
I feel like almost every death in that movie, which was pretty much everybody, really had an impact. Because like,
really
if you, I told the Raiders earlier too, like, we have never really seen the main characters die like this. This was brutal death to the characters. They stood no chance, but they still won. So there was like hope, but there was like still that impact of like, holy shit, they died.
Yeah. That's true. I'm not gonna lie. I kind of like I came out watching Rogue One, like, oh damn, I wish we saw Jyn Erso in Episode 4. Imagine how fucking awesome that would have been to see like Luke, Jyn Erso, Leia, and Han, like them 4. Like imagine the big 4, and then Lando comes along. No, the big fat 6 and Chewie as well. That'd be sick. But then Jyn Erso never was there. And she died, and that kind of sucks.
It's good that
but then
she-
obviously the original 3 movies are obviously the top 3. The number 3 spot being Episode 6. Now, out of the original 3 movies, as like Star Wars movies go, Episode 6 is definitely my favorite, purely because of that. Oh my, right, just how everything just comes together is just perfect. But in terms of films go, I mean, if you didn't have any of the DLC, I'm going to call it DLC material, in the sequel trilogy, Mandalorian, anything from Resistance, Rebels, whatever, I'd say Episode 6, the only thing that it had going for it was really Luke and Vader. I feel like you could have just thrown anything
5.
in. Yeah, it's very much I don't want to say it's a DLC of 5, but I feel like it rode off the wave of 5 very much to the fact of where Luke and Vader were going. You could have just thrown anything in about Leia or Han, and it still would have been the same. I feel like those characters didn't mean enough to the film as much as they did in the previous 2 to make it better as a film overall in terms of characterization than the other 2. But still, it was very good. We had the Luke and Leia revelation, them finding out they were siblings. Which was very creepy at the time to the audiences, I guess, in the 80s, because we know what happened in 5. But then we also had... What happened with Han in that film?
In 6,
Yeah.
they rescue him at the beginning of the movie after he was taken to Jabba. Is that his name? Jabba the Hutt. And
what happened to him? But, like, what happened? Like, what was his purpose? Other than
they
being the
rescue him,
pilot.
and then he leads the forces on the ground to take down the satellite.
That's it.
Yeah.
Anyone could have done that.
Yeah.
Anyway, 4.
Yeah.
Number 2, 4. Very good film. The chemistry between the cast is immense. Vader's fucking awesome. Obi-Wan is awesome. Pretty good. Episode 5. It very much took 4, did the exact same thing, but really homed in on the Skywalker story, and that's where the Skywalker story started to pick up a lot of traction. The whole plot twist, I am your father. That kind of happened. Yeah, that's my list. I guess as films.
Why did you put
go.
a lot of the originals over the other ones? Because you didn't have much arguments for why they're the top. You didn't seem so passionate about them being like, oh, these are great movies. I can understand episode 5 because it has some of the most iconic cinema history ever. But why do you think 4 and 6 deserves to be over Rogue One, Revenge of the Sith, and 7?
Arguably, you could put Rogue One above 6, I'd say. Maybe even 4. No, fucking hell. I'm starting to agree with you and Ray here. Rogue One seems pretty good now you think about it, but...
It just seemed like you put them there by default, by being the originals, not because they're actually good movies.
No, I definitely didn't. I definitely didn't do that. I saw about how they kind of handle their characters and their narrative, and these 3 movies just do it better than the others. Like, the pacing is good, narrative is good, stories there, it all makes sense, it lines in place. Like you said, some of the best cinema history, you know, is in 5. 4 was a great building block like 7 was, but at the same time it was original and it did better. So there you go, complements what you wanted from 7 but didn't give you. In originality, that is. So just pointing out your hatred for the sequels. 6 is good because it really does enhance the Luke and Vader story. Like, it was definitely about a family in space at that point, and it handles it well. It definitely does. It builds up the tension, and the first time that they meet in that film is actually at the end. But it was so intense, and it paid off because they did it right. You know, Luke feeding into his dark side, and that character arc that Luke goes through of, you know, trying to train to be a Jedi. And the whole thing about being a Jedi, as we know, is you have to be trained as a kid. But Luke was too old, and, you know, Yoda said he was too old, but he was still trained because he was the only hope. Obviously, we had Leia.
No, there's Rey. She's gonna have it naturally. Don't worry.
Rey, don't care. Fuck Rey. Well, Luke's the only hope, so, you know.
No, there's Rey. Don't worry.
But the flaw, the thing that makes this a good character arc is the flaw in this is the fact that if he trains to be a Jedi at such an old age, he could become a dark side user just like his father. And once again, we have that parallel, the poetry. But the thing is, he doesn't. And it's kind of like, he actually does feed into his dark side, though, because, you know, he's like, Rah! And he's like, maybe your sister will. And he, like, feeds into it, and he cuts Vader's arm off, and he's like, oh, shit. I'm about to become the new Darth Vader. Shit. So then he, like, chooses not to, and that's a character choice, and it's an arc paid off, and there you go. Story complete, and it was good. And these 3 movies do this better than any of the other films. They handle it more. They handle it better. Episode 9 is just a shit film because of what 8 did to it. 8 is just a shit film. 7 is unoriginal. 3 is overstuffed and clustered but has a good ending. 2 is just shit and cringy, but it's also quite good. Episode 1 is just completely irrelevant. No one cares. Rogue One is just... it's a Star Wars story. It's not Star Wars. Oh, damn it. That's not an argument to demoralize it. Let me come up with a better one. Rogue One is... Rogue One's good.
Yep.
Rogue One's very good. But I don't think it's on the level of the original 3, just because of the story.
Even 4?
I think we're stepping into subjective territories here, though, now.
Are we?
I'm just saying that I prefer the original story of Rogue One. But
I feel like, but by default, if the Rogue One enhances the 4th one,
yeah, true.
Does it not make it better? For enhancing another movie?
Yeah, well, Episode 9 enhances 8, but it doesn't make it better, does it?
No, it doesn't. It
does.
Completely it throws it out the window.
Yeah, but it makes it.
It doesn't make the trilogy any better. It just proves the point that they had no plan.
Episode 9 makes the trilogy far better than it was before.
No.
Holy shit. Okay, right.
It's
It was
still a
shit
mess.
Film, but It's okay. Okay. Episode 9 proved it was a mess, but it was the best they could have done. Right?
Yeah,
Leave
it was the
JJ
best
alone.
mess they could have had.
Leave JJ and his lens flares alone. All right. He wants. He did as good as he did as good as he could.
Hmm. Oh wow. Okay, so what about your best Star Wars then? Not like film objectively.
Okay, let me just get this together.
Mm-hmm.
Right. now we get onto the juicy. Oh wait, I can actually rant about why I think this is.
Oh, 1 second. Let me just read what Ray has been ranting about while you've been talking.
Right.
I don't know how Lewis is able to put Rogue One below all these films when, as a film, Rogue One is the most movie Star Wars movie. Rogue One doesn't even need a sequel. I think a movie is a good movie when it can stand on its own without a sequel.
That's what we're talking about.
A New Hope
Yeah.
isn't a good movie. Changed my mind. A New Hope felt like a simple machinima. Anakin was too old to be a Jedi, and Obi-Wan convinced them to train him. So Lewis has a point on the Jedi stuff. Yeah, but it doesn't matter. Ray is gonna fix it all.
No, don't worry, Ray. Ray is the savior.
Yeah, Ray is the savior.
Ray, the almighty lord and fucking savior.
Yeah, you can literally be Ray Skywalker now, Ray. Don't worry, it's okay.
My fucking god, she can. Oh, I mean, he can. Damn it. Damn it. Oh, what to die. Actually, no, fuck it. I'm gonna change my mind here. I haven't done this in a while. I'm gonna put 1 below 2. I always put 2 below 1, but I think I'm gonna change it around.
I think it's more enjoyable.
I think just because of that love theme, which I'm gonna play right now.
Cool.
What a fucking theme. Across the Stars, the love theme.
Mm-hmm.
Why would I put Rogue One? Probably there. There we go.
Lewis is
So-
convinced I'm the Emperor Palpatine of the machinima community.
Wait, wait. Wait, hold on. Can I show Bragg the meme that I made?
What, the Gauntlet one?
Yeah, did he show you?
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, here we go. Number 10, episode 8. No surprise. Shit
Yeah,
film. We get it.
fuck that
Right,
shit.
move on. Episode. We talked about that. Number 9. Episode 1. Completely irrelevant. It's boring. Qui-Gon's cool though. Obi-Wan's cool. Darth Maul's fucking awesome. The final battle is the only good thing about the film.
This list, Lewis. This fucking list.
What? What? What about this?
Oh, go ahead. Tell him.
Right, episode 2. Number 8, episode 2. It's quite enjoyable. It's quite enjoyable. Got, I think, apart from actually, you know what? It's got the second best score of any Star Wars movie. I think.
Episode 2.
I think so. In my opinion, I think so. It's got the love theme, the classic Across the Stars love theme, and boy, what a theme that is. It's also got the dun 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 dun, and like it has every single Battlefront 2 soundtrack you will ever hear in your entire life. And Battlefront 2 is by far the best Star Wars game. Haven't played Fallen Order, so I wouldn't know. Don't at me. So episode 2 I think is pretty good in some parts. I know a lot of people hate the romance between Anakin and Padme, but I'm a bit of a romance guy when it comes to films. My favorite genre is romance, so I enjoy that.
Wait, you
even
thought
though
that was good?
No, I don't think it's good. I just enjoy it because it's romance, and I think Natalie Portman is quite attractive. So I enjoy. Anakin's a creep too. Let's just put that out there. That happened, but I enjoy it because it's romance. Right? I think it's kind of cute. That happened. Right. Plus, it's enhanced by episode 3 because in episode 3 when Padme dies, it's kind of sad. Right. Number 7, I find myself putting this one very low down. Episode 4. It's not very enjoyable, is it? Really? I mean, it's cool. It's cool. But
It's okay.
I feel like every other film takes what Episode 4 did and just makes it more enjoyable by adding more, like by being more unique or doing something different. Episode 4 is the base game, and the base game's good, but it's not got all this other shit. You get me? Episode 2, 1, and 8 did it worse, but you done a little bit better.
Ray
Rogue
just
One.
said to stop the stream because you said Battlefront 2 was the best game. Oh, Star Wars game. Lewis has gone insane.
I haven't. Wait, no, Battlefront 2, the original one, the one that came out like 2004, maybe 3.
Have
I
you
don't know.
played what's the new one called?
I haven't played Fallen Order. I literally said I hadn't played Fallen Order, so
Oh,
don't
yeah.
at me. Yeah, I haven't played Fallen Order. I'm sure that will. I'm sure Star Wars Fallen Order is the Spider-Man PS4 of the Star Wars games.
Mhm.
I'm sure it is. Haven't played it yet. I'm playing it in 3 days. So, prepare. Rogue One, number 7, no, 8, 6, 6, number 6, Rogue One. It's a good film, don't get me wrong. I just don't enjoy it as much as the Skywalker saga. I'll put it out there. I think the family.
But it's
story-
technically part of the Skywalker saga.
Yeah, it's not. It's an add-on. It's
If-
not directly connected.
If you see it as connected to New Hope.
Yeah, well, it's not about the Skywalkers, though, is it?
No, but it's part of the same story. A Skywalker is what
then you could-
finishes this story.
Well, then you could say that everything that Star Wars is part of the Skywalker saga, because in some way it ties into the Skywalker saga, because everything does eventually tie into.
I
what
wouldn't
Han
necessarily
does.
say Solo, for example, ties in.
Oh, is Han Solo in the original trilogy?
Yeah,
Okay, is
but
The
his
Death Star-
story
is
has
the-
nothing to do
is-
with the Skywalkers. Rogue
Are
One
in the
does.
original trilogy? I just think because it didn't have any Skywalkers in it. And it
But
wasn't.
no, well, Vader.
Oh no, I mean like it wasn't Vader's story.
And Leia.
was it? Yeah, but it wasn't their story. It was Jyn
No, but they're in
Erso's
it.
story. Yeah, but I don't like it because it's not directly a Skywalker movie. It's not one that's about their family. It's more of an add-on to what happened before Episode 4, and I like the movie, but I like more the fact that I like more the fact that Star Wars is about Anakin Skywalker, and Anakin Skywalker, or a Skywalker, in fact, wasn't the main character. There's more.
Oh, so
interest.
like, let's see, what do you have about this one? 7, 9,
very,
which aren't about Skywalkers, but Skywalkers are in it.
very actually. Apart from 7, them other 4 movies are heavily Skywalker-based movies. And if you actually look, the ones below Rogue One aren't very Skywalker-heavy movies. Like 4
2
is
is.
kinda. 4
Oh.
is kinda. 2 is kind of though. 1 definitely isn't. 1's completely fucking irrelevant. No one cares. 8, Luke Skywalker's a fucking dickhead. So that's it. Rey, we don't even know who she is. Ben Solo, best character in that movie. Episode 4 is just kind of the base game. We've already discussed this. Episode 7, I can understand. It's got Kylo Ren in it though. I enjoy the film. It is a better Episode 4, in my opinion. I like it more than Episode 4. It's a better Episode 4 for me.
Well, while you continue, I'm gonna write down my list.
Okay. I think it's a better Episode 4. It's very good. I like Kylo Ren. I do like Rey in the film. I feel like Daisy Ridley is very likable. I know she's a bad character.
How is she
I just do
likable?
like her.
She does nothing.
So that's probably why. But yeah, Han Solo is pretty cool though. Chewbacca obviously is always good. Number 4, Episode 9. I just love the way it ties everything together. It's very enjoyable as a film. It's basically fan service central. It's got Hayden Christensen in it. Perfect film. Not really, but it's enjoyable. Number 3, Episode 5. Obviously one of the best, actually the best Star Wars film critically of all time. It's very good. Luke versus Vader is fantastic. It enhances the story of 4 so much. It is so good. Episode 5, no question. Episode 6, I just love the Luke versus Vader stuff. The final battle is so cool. The score is amazing by John Williams. It's so powerful. Emperor is sick. The final battle with the Death Star is awesome. Everything's awesome in this film. Yoda's awesome. Yoda's death is actually quite emotional if you kind of think about it after everything he did in the prequels. Damn. And then episode 3, Anakin versus Obi-Wan. That's all I need to say there. Fucking great film. Great best score out of the entire franchise. Yeah, Anakin becomes Vader, sick. Anakin's story arc is perfect. Padme dies, it's sad. Palpatine, fucking evil. Obi-Wan, Ewan McGregor's great. Ewan McGregor versus Hayden Christensen on a fucking lava planet. What more could you ask for? Fantastic. That's my... I don't know if you can tell, the more I talk and the more I try and explain why I like this shit, my social battery just gets drained because I start slurring words and missing out certain grammatical lexicon of the English semantic. That was the wrong way around. You get what I'm trying to say. I'm drained. I'm done. That's my list, and that's why.
Okay, so my list.
Let me sit back and listen to you now because I can't talk anymore. I'm dead. Actually,
Okay.
wait. Before you tell me, I'm gonna go get something to eat and drink, and I'm gonna like get the popcorn and start eating as I listen to you.
How long
explain
is this gonna take?
I'm expecting this to take a long time because as you have asked me to explain some things, I may have to ask you to explain some things.
Yeah, sure. Hurry up, come on, Tripper, go get your stuff. Brega, we all know the sequels don't exist, and a true contribution to Star Wars is slightly insulting. It's called Son of Darkness. Isn't that the Snoke scene? This turned it into a podcast. Well, that's fun. Get the test streaming over a while. Getting ready for the podcast. What can I say? The true sequel to episode 6 is The Mandalorian. Once the podcast, I'm gonna announce that right after the stream. As you can see, I've been setting it up here. It's not long now. Oh my god. Christmas in 2 days. Also, highly recommend watching The Witcher. I finished it. Yes, do it how you think it should have been done. Just make episode 8 all the episodes. It just becomes a tossing game. Give Luke the lightsaber. He tosses it over his shoulder. You pick it up, give it to him, toss it over the shoulder. All the time. That's good. Good Star Wars right there, Rian Johnson. And the more you can split the fan base, the better. Because you know everybody loves this fan war going on. Oh, it's gonna be worse than Last Jedi. I mean, you need to build something up before you can make your Last Jedi. That's what my sequel series to The Shadow Crown should be. I should just piss on everything I did in that series. How could I do that? What would be my version of that? Let's say Rebecca lived. I don't know. They would just do something to make the whole war not matter. Oh yeah, that's basically how. There needs to be somebody that's not me. Needs to come in and just make their own version the way they want it to be. Like, this is how TSC should be, not how it's supposed to be. That's basically how you get TSC: A Last Jedi. Oh no, somebody picks up the crown, puts it together again. Yeah, we had a monarchy after all. Yeah, the council thing didn't work out. Need to subvert all your expectations. Come on, Lewis, hurry up, get your food. Is there anything else I could add to this? What is Christmassy that we could add to this? Could we like replace? Oh, we need a Christmas mug. That's what we need. Oh, look, there he is.
Oh, the rise of Skywalker. I mean, Palpatine. I mean, fuck.
Oh, I just found a perfect mug.
Right. What?
I was looking for a new mug to put on the Christmas table.
Ooh.
Here, let me change this one. Properties.
All my friends really like the rise of Skywalker.
I mean, it's enjoyable. So if you're just casual viewer, you know, you're just gonna enjoy it. Which is fine.
It's a film. It's
I'm glad I enjoyed it. There we go. We have a Christmas Baby Yoda mug on the table now. But I need to move myself away for a second.
What the fuck? I posted on my like story on Snapchat the fucking title for my new video essay, and then
Yeah.
my friend messaged me saying, "Lewis, the child molester film strikes again."
Wow. What is your title?
I'm not gonna tell you.
Oh,
I'm gonna
okay.
I'm gonna wait. I'm gonna wait till it's. I'm gonna wait till it's out. Cause then when it's out, I'm not gonna be here for you to beat me.
Mm.
So.
Oh god. Oh god.
Yeah. Prepare yourself, right?
Okay, I guess I do need to prepare myself. Funny though. I whenever you do like your essays. Wait, was it the Star? Is it the Star Wars ones I always disagree with you on, or is it the Spider-Man ones?
Spider-Man 2 ones. You always go screw.
Well, yeah. Okay, so you ready for my list?
Yeah. No, you genuinely agree with my Star Wars ones though.
Okay. You only have done like 1 or 2, haven't you? You haven't done more than that.
Two, yeah.
Okay, so can you guess what's at the bottom of my list?
Would it be that film that? Was it episode 7.5? Sorry, 8. Sorry.
No,
Sorry,
it's,
forgot it wasn't a DLC.
episode never existed. Yes, episode 8 is at my bottom. Do I need to explain it any more than I have in the past? No, I do not. Episode 1 is after that. It's a little bit like what reasons why to love this movie is because it brought me into Star Wars. It was my first Star Wars movie. I wouldn't have been into Star Wars probably if it wasn't for this movie at my young years, you could say. The final battle is awesome.
Duel of the Fates.
Yeah, but overall it's kind of boring. It looks good, but I don't know. It's just meh. 2. It's really good. I like episode 2. I I think it gets unfair criticism a lot. Because it's really only the romance on Naboo that is terrible, because he wrote that so badly. The rest I think is good. I think from the start I would have made Anakin a little bit older, and maybe a little bit more edgier, more Kylo Ren-ish, I guess. From the start. But yeah, anyways, moving on. Episode 4. I mean, it sets up Star Wars well, but as you said, I like your argument for it. Like, other movies that have come after that builds on what they set up and does it better.
Oh, we got 4 the same at the bottom there, Braga.
Mm-hmm.
There we go. That's pretty good.
Oh, it's exactly the same actually. But now is where it changes, because you had Rogue One after that. I'm jumping straight for episode 7.
Yeah. That's only one off my list, so
Mm-hmm.
it's not. I'll give you that. I'll give you it.
Mm-hmm. And I put 7 out because and in this situation I can't put into consideration what came after this was. This movie was reliant on the other 2 movies that came after to be good, and those failed on that. So therefore it's down my list. But it's as we said, it sets up the potential greatly on its own. So it's enjoyable in that regard. It's not that bad. It's just you're doing a rehash of 4, and you do it better, but at the same time you're still doing it. I'm realizing you're doing it, so therefore it lowers it for me. And then next up, something you didn't have on your list, which was Solo, which was a pretty decent film. Unfairly got bashed by people because it came right after the sting that was The Last Jedi.
Yeah, it did feel the effects, didn't it?
Yeah. Oh yeah, and it basically people showed how they felt about The Last Jedi on Solo, and that is not fair to Solo. Because it's an enjoyable film. I had no issue with Solo. But it's not like it was great or anything. It was just, it's okay. Okay, after that, I guess I follow your list again. We are episode 9, which finishes that trilogy that should never have been made as well as it could, with the hot potato directing that was going on and no plan. That was the best possible mess they could have done.
Yeah.
After that, we change up again because I have episode 5. No, 6. Yeah. So the difference between you and me here is that I have 6 before 5.
Yeah, I can understand that though.
Because 6 feels like a sequel. It is a sequel to 5, which is more so. It's just building on more of the ideas instead of 5 sets them up and it executes them perfectly. So therefore, I think 5 has the advantage over 6 because of that. But 6 completes that trilogy, and if you think of the special editions, it ends those 6 movies perfectly. The way it just puts 9 to shame.
Yeah.
Yeah. Then I basically explained 5, and then I'm adding Mandalorian into it.
Ooh.
Because I fucking love the Mandalorian. It builds on the prequels. It builds on the originals perfectly. It matches them so nicely, and it takes place after. So we're moving on with the story instead of dwelling in some kind of past. Even though it's technically before the sequels, but that doesn't matter. It moves the story on, and we get to see the ground level effects of the originals. What happened to the people and the roughness, the bounty hunters. Also, it gave us Baby Yoda, which is a blessing.
Aw, Baby Yoda.
And then episode 3, which is... It's just the most fun Star Wars. Like, it's like the way it mixes, like it blends from the prequels into the originals. You see it happening. You see it unfold perfectly. You're excited. You get to see Anakin become Vader, and their battle between like their emotions, their feelings towards each other in those battles at the end. There, you feel it, and like
Heartbreaking.
yeah, you genuinely feel it. Like that's the strongest bond of any characters in this all movies, any of them. You feel the bond between these two characters more than anything.
Especially if you've seen Clone Wars too.
Mm-hmm. The animated series even just enhances that. And then we have Rogue One at the top, because like I'm allowing myself to put that on top now because it's just stylistically looks amazing. It got that grit. By the way, Mandalorian has the same kind of grit feel as Rogue One, and the characters, like they bring up a team of really likable characters in one movie, makes us care for them in one movie, and then for the first time in a Star Wars movie they all die, and you feel that emotions when they died. Like you actually care for these people, and that enhances New Hope so much more because of their sacrifice. When in New Hope we just saw that as a crawl, like, oh, we lost some good people in that one. Now we know those lost people, and yeah, it's just an amazing movie, and it just looks so great too. It looks real. Rogue One looks real.
Yeah,
the most real Star Wars movie.
I guess that's why Rogue One is also better than Episode 4, because if you kind of think about it, Episode 4, Leia's a fucking dick. These people sacrifice themselves. In Episode 4, she doesn't give a dog's rat's shit.
No, she didn't know them.
Yeah, but like, think about it. Like, all these guys are unappreciative assholes. Bitching to Vader. Jyn Erso just fucking died 20 minutes ago, but what are you doing? Like,
oh, the battle moves on.
oh, I agree. I can see why you think that. You know what be good though? I'd probably put Rogue One top if Rogue One was a trilogy. If you had Rogue One, the actual Rogue One that we got, be the third movie, and then have the whole introducing thing happened in the two movies before that. Can you imagine if that was a thing? Imagine how cool that'd be. Because the only reason I don't like Rogue One that much, I understand it's a great film and I do care about the characters. I just care more about the Skywalker saga because I'm so invested deep into it because of 3 movies, really.
Uh-huh.
It's only really because of 3 movies.
Ray is freaking out here. Give him a second.
Right,
It
okay.
says
No,
it doesn't need a trilogy. That's why it's good. It stands on its own.
I
Collapses.
know. It doesn't need a trilogy. I know. I'm just saying I'd be more invested if I spent more time with these characters. I do care about them. I'm not saying I don't, because I do. I cried when Jyn Erso fucking oofed at the end of Rogue One. Okay, I did. Like, it was sad, but the reason I prefer the Skywalker saga movies over Rogue One is because I'm more invested in the Skywalker lineage than the Rogue One. I care more about Anakin's story than I do about Jyn Erso's, and that's just a personal preference. I'd rather see an Anakin story.
Did you put any of the sequels over Rogue One? Yes, you did. You put 7 and 9 above Rogue One. When you care more about the Anakin stuff.
I said Skywalker, but
Yeah.
I said I used Anakin as an example. I don't know. Just Kylo Ren is Kylo Ren. That's
I was gonna say that, Ray. He said he's probably gonna like it more when the Cassian series comes out. I was gonna say that you'll probably enjoy Rogue One more than.
When the Cassian series comes out, I'll probably think, oh shit, this character, I'm gonna like this guy more. You know what I'm saying? So, that's why I used the example. If Rogue One was a trilogy,
I
I'd
can't
probably
see
be
it
way more
ever being a
invested.
trilogy.
No, it shouldn't be a trilogy. Don't get me wrong, it shouldn't be. It stands alone as its own movie and it's perfect.
I could see it
okay.
maybe being 2 movies.
I can't even see it being 2 movies. I can just see it being
Like one could be like the the build up of the characters, and then the second is the execution.
That's kind of what I was saying though with the trilogy. Like, if it was that, then I'd be more invested. But it's not. That's fine. It was good for what it is. It was sad when they died, but I just care more about Skywalker. That's just my thing. That's my jam. I care more about Anakin, care more about Kylo Ren, and Luke, and their story.
Oh wow!
But that's how it is.
For me, Rogue
That's just
One
how it-
ranks up there with El Camino and Joker as best movies I watched this year. Says Ray.
Really saw Rogue One this year.
Yeah, he just saw it first time.
First
Okay.
time.
I think.
First time. Damn. I saw Rogue One when it came out. It was. Bear in mind, I was a kid when it came out.
Wait, how old were
Um,
you when Rogue One came out?
I was 14
Jesus.
when
Christ.
Rogue One came out. Yep,
It's not that
that
long.
was a long time ago. What?
Anyways,
How old are you? You were 24 when Rogue One came out, correct? No?
so how long ago did
No?
it come out?
2016? It's 3 years ago, right? What's 3 years ago? Yeah. So I would have been
so.
14.
Um,
Yeah.
26, 25, 24. Oh, yeah, 24 something. Hello, River, and I saw it before, but I never really paid attention to it. Okay.
I'm gonna watch this and The Boy Saved Christmas trailer real quick.
Oh, you haven't seen it yet?
Let's watch. 5 seconds of intro. Ding.
Ding.
No, 10 seconds of intro.
You're already planning your mission.
Oh yeah. This is meant to be the Enderboy 2 voice. I don't know. It kind of sounds like Enderboy 1.
There's a difference.
Oh my god. Yeah. There's a difference, yeah.
Yeah. I want to watch more Witcher.
Oh, Witcher. I'm gonna watch Witcher.
Like, I finished the season. I want more. Give me more.
He's actually gonna beat me. Oh, no, you're gonna beat me too.
What?
Cause my new video.
Yeah. The way Connor made the trailer, it looked like Enderboy robbed Santa. Yeah, I thought he did.
Where is Star Wars The Rise of Skywalker?
Rise. So when is the essay coming out so I can prepare to destroy it?
What?
When does your essay come out so I can prepare to destroy it?
I don't know, probably sometime tonight. I'm just gonna bow
Oh,
out the
tonight.
editing.
Okay.
I'm gonna bow out the editing completely. It's a thing. I've just rewatched the trailer for the D23 special edition trailer for Rise of Skywalker,
Mm-hmm.
and it doesn't feel right. Seeing the prequels behind this movie now
Yeah, it makes no
doesn't
sense.
feel right seeing Hayden Christensen next to Adam Driver. Doesn't. I mean, if he was in the movie, it'd make more sense, but he wasn't.
Yeah, they keep saying that this is they made this movie with all the 6 movies before that in mind. But really, it's just I want to continue what I did in 7, and I want to fix what they did in 8. That's what this movie feels like.
I can understand this being a sequel to 7. I can see that wholeheartedly.
Yeah, it's basically 2 movies. It's 8 and 9 in one.
Yeah. I kind of wish this movie was 8 and 9.
I mean,
You
you
know-
can technically watch it. You can ignore Last Jedi, and the only thing you will be like a little bit confused. Oh, Luke is dead.
Yeah.
That's the only thing that would be strange about not skipping the Last Jedi.
You could literally just, in episode 9, just change Palpatine to Snoke, assume he didn't die,
Yeah.
give a reason for why Luke is killed off, and then explore Rey's apparent turn to the dark side a little more, and you have 2 movies there.
There's one thing I wish they could have done, which I probably would have liked Last Jedi more if they actually went through with it.
So,
Was if Rey and Kylo actually went together. They ditched the First Order, they ditched the Resistance, and they went together to do something. And that's what I thought they were going to do when they teamed up against Snoke. And when they killed him and they started fighting together, I'm like, yes, okay, good. This has literally saved the whole movie for me now. But when she refused to take his hand, that's when it was, okay, we're just doing the same old thing. Okay, back to not liking this.
I had small hope that the movie would be salvaged in the last couple of minutes when Luke showed up, and I was like, oh, okay, we're gonna have an actual lightsaber fight. It's gonna be fucking awesome. But then he just died like a bitch on Act 2.
Yep, he didn't have to die. It was almost like Ryan Johnson's like, yeah, I'm gonna kill Luke so that you guys can do some later on, so that all you have is my movie. Like, everything about Ryan Johnson's directing feels so selfish and egocentric that it's so annoying.
Yeah.
I don't know if they should have used Darth Plagueis Rey. Maybe
they
like
could
a-
have Plagueis in place of Palpatine instead. Just be like, oh shit. You know when you were saying like, there's a guy behind it all. Instead of using just another random bozo and then everyone getting pissed off because it was another Snoke situation, they could have just used Darth Plagueis. So you have it's best of both worlds. So it's kind of like what you said, where it's kind of a new guy, but it's also not anyone random that everyone would get pissed off. Like, it's Darth Plagueis. Like, motherfucker's been around for a while. Like, he's been around since 1. So, I mean, they could have done that. Maybe. But
Yeah, I think I would be okay with it if it's not like actually Dark Plagueis. It's more like a dark remnants of him, in a way. Kind of doing stuff. And you just ditch all the millions of like Star Destroyers and all that pointlessness. And just have the First Order be a little bit bigger. I think that would be good. But then also, why would Darth Plagueis make a First Order? Yeah, there's a lot of things that don't make sense.
yeah. Yeah.
Anyways, I think I'm about ready to end it off here. I think it was a good discussion, though.
It was very good.
Yeah,
I
we
feel
made
like
you
we-
change your mind about Rogue One, which is nice.
I'm mine about Rogue One.
Hmm?
What? What now?
I hate Lewis now. Why do you hate Lewis now?
He hates me because I don't like Rogue One as much as he does. I like Episode 3 more than Rogue One. I like Episode 6 more than Rogue One. I like Episode 5 more than Rogue One. I like Episode 7 more than Rogue One. I like Episode 9 more than Rogue One. And Episode
9?
Yes, I do.
Lewis!
Go, Ray. Yeah. You don't see my list. I put Episode 9 at 4.
How can you put Episode 9 above Rogue One?
You know, my friend puts Episode 9 second.
What?
First,
Second to
and
what?
3.
How? How can you think that mess of a
Even-
movie, of a trilogy?
Even I got mad that they put it over 5 and 6.
How?
Even I got mad.
That's like literally, I don't care about the other movies. It's just, oh, this was
Phenomenal.
enjoyable. I put this as number 2.
Finale everywhere. Finale. Well, you know what? Bet episode 6 was a third. Finale absolutely everywhere.
Mm-hmm. This stuff blows my mind. Also, it's I gotta comment on this fact. I love seeing the people that loved the Last Jedi be exactly how the people who did not like the Last Jedi about this movie.
Yeah.
They're exactly the same as people that did not like the Last Jedi right now about this movie. Like, they're bringing up the same points of why this is not good and blah blah blah. Okay, so now this is not good, but it was okay when he did it because he's a artsy director. He did it his way, they like love that stuff.
It's called inconsistency, assholes. That's
Yeah.
not how you make a film and a franchise, you dick. Sorry, that's pull out that quite funny.
Thank you, Lewis. Thank you. My thoughts exactly.
If The Last Jedi was his own film, right, and nothing else came after it or before it, fuck it, fine. Rian Johnson did a bang-up job, but the fact that it was in a fucking franchise where 7 fucking movies came before it, you did a third job, you fucking wanker. Sorry. There we go. That's done. Round over. Sorry.
Beautiful.
Inconsistency, damn it.
I mean, that counts for episode 9 too, you know.
It does, and episode 9's inconsistent now because Rian Johnson.
But to be fair to JJ though, it's only because of episode 8. 9 is also inconsistent.
The reason 9 is bad is because of 8, which is why I'm willing to rank 9 high for what it is because of what The Last Jedi did. Like, The Last Jedi came up to 9 and fucking scarred him for life. I don't know what he showed him, but episode 8 showed 9 something that we don't want to see, okay? Like, he fucking did something to his, I don't know, maybe his family, maybe his friends, maybe he kind of fucking bullied him. I don't know as a kid. But episode 8 did something to 9 that is unforgivable. And that is being inconsistent.
Mm-hmm.
Shit.
Yeah.
I don't. Can you tell I don't like episode 8? I don't know. Is it obvious?
I think that goes for both of us. The most fun I've ever had on Disco was when I was arguing Bray and Joss about The Last Jedi.
Yeah. Good.
I like Josiah on my side on this.
But I think as far as Star Wars go, I think me and you, Bragg, are not gonna lie. We're normally very similar in what we think. I'm not gonna lie. I think this is one of the things we can mostly agree on.
Yes. I think you and I have similar mentality when it comes to fandom. Or what, like, general people who have passion about, like, an overall bigger story, you know?
Yeah.
We care more about the bigger picture, I guess, or, like, the passion about a project. While compared to, like, oh, this film is well made. We care about... We dig deep into the characters. We dig deep into, like, the emotions of the overall thing.
Yeah.
And that's why I think you and I agree a lot on Star Wars, for example.
Because we care about the characters and where they go, and yeah. Would you like to hear the start of this video essay? Do you want me to play it for you?
Yes.
Real quick?
Okay. Oh God. If it's terrible, I'm ending the stream right now.
This film has heart, courage, and I had a really good time watching it. I do not care what anyone says. This film to me is absolutely amazing. It's fantastic in every single way. From the John Williams score to the emotion to the scenery.
Briggs is
I
like
enjoyed this
slapping his
film
head.
way too much. In fact, I could say it even comes close to how much I enjoyed episode 3. But there is one thing I want to say. I'm objectively fair when it comes to reviewing films. This is a fan perspective. Keep that in mind. I loved this film as a Star Wars film, and here's why.
There you go. I did have to clear up the fact that I'm not insane. Yes, I know this film has flaws, but as a Star Wars fan,
That's
Okay,
an understatement of a century.
right, AKA Rian Johnson. That's a new. That's a new. That's can we take the Oxford English Dictionary and then under the word flaws, right, definition, Rian Johnson, quote, end quote. Done. There you go.
What film is it? Please don't say name. That is Lewis's the start of Lewis's video essay on episode 9, right after he came from the cinema. Because you literally talked about how bad / terrible it is. He says.
It's terrible.
Do you
Episode 9's
mention this in your essay?
No, I don't.
So,
Because,
so
you know, I'm
your
being
opinion has
positive.
changed since you made the video.
No, my opinion definitely hasn't changed. Everything I say in this video, I stand by. I can regret saying that. I can regret saying that. No. I did say. No one can actually at me. No one can at me. No one can argue against me because I basically just said it's an opinion. I didn't say it's an opinion though. I said this is a fan perspective.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, it's a fan perspective. I am objectively fair when it comes to reviewing films. This is a fan perspective. Keep that in mind. I did say that. So basically me saying, hey, by the way, this is an opinion. So don't at me.
I will at you.
I feel like people don't watch things that are opinion based because they just get pissed off. So I just had to not say opinion, but also kind of say it's an opinion. So if anyone does at me, I'll be like, ha, bitch, guess what? Opinion.
People do watch opinion based though. Like they'll watch it even more if it's not their opinion.
I do, but I get in trouble when I express my opinions as I...
Lewis, Lewis, just say you like the Duckin movie. No one is gonna judge you. Lewis, say you like the movie.
Do you like the movie? I've said it many times. I fucking love this movie. It's a bad movie though, but I fucking enjoy it. Like The Amazing...
It's enjoyable,
Spider-Man 2,
yes, it's enjoyable. But that's barely a compliment.
Like I said, with The Amazing Spider-Man 2, I could whack that on any Sunday afternoon and have a blast watching it. It's Spider-Man. It's fucking Spider-Man. I love Spider-Man. This is Star Wars. I fucking love Star Wars. Like, let's enjoy Star Wars, man. Damn.
It's enjoyable. Yes.
Enjoyable.
But
Not like the Phantom Menace.
But it's a fucking mess. Because of what came before. Hello?
Yes.
I just don't get how it's so high on your list. Because I agree it's enjoyable, but quality-wise, when you think production-wise, how can it stand to the original's or the prequels? I can understand over one. I guess I did put it higher. What did I put it as? I put it over 8, 1, 2, 4, and 7. It's like in the middle of the tree for me, I guess.
Just enjoy it.
Yeah, I enjoyed it too.
Following a Q&A screening at the Academy of Motion Pictures Arts and Sciences, J.J. Abrams was allegedly telling fans that Finn was going to tell Rey that he was force sensitive.
Did you get that at any point watching the movie? Because I didn't.
I thought he was going to tell him that he fucking loved her.
I thought he was gonna tell her that he knew she was a Palpatine.
I saw that.
Hmm?
Damn.
Yeah, because Leia knew,
Finn
and Finn said it was something to do with Leia.
oh,
so I
Finn was a stormtrooper.
Yeah.
Shit, he could have known. Oh, wait, no, he couldn't, because Kylo didn't know till the start of the movie.
I mean, I would have loved to see Finn become a Jedi too, in the course of these movies, because I really enjoyed him with the lightsaber in 7.
Isn't it mad to think that when the episode 7 trailer came out, we thought Finn was going to be the one that was going to be like the new Jedi?
Mm-hmm.
To think, because like he is.
I think John Boyega wanted to be the one too. Like the way he was so hyped around episode 7. And then he got episode 8.
He was gonna, like, if he died in episode 8, I wouldn't even be mad. Like, fuck, he was gonna go out like a mouse, and then Rose was like, no, fuck character development. Who cares?
I would have been mad if he died in 8.
Wouldn't have been mad.
He deserved better than that movie.
He did. He really did.
Like, he has even come out to say that he didn't like the direction of The Last Jedi.
He's the thing. He's the reason why I didn't fall asleep during the casino scenes. John
Yeah.
Boyega.
He carries those terrible scenes very heavily.
Yes, he does.
Okay, see you, Ray. I'm probably gonna end the stream now too. We've been going for a while.
Oh my god.
Okay. Thank you guys for watching. Thank you, Lewis, for suddenly joining. It was a lot of fun.
I had fun. Thank you for having me on the stream. It's always a pleasure to talk some Star Wars.
Yes, looking forward to the video essay, which is coming out tonight, right?
Yes, and also looking forward to Star Wars Episode 10, the return of.
The return of Palpatine.
You know what? No, you know what? I'm gonna make Episode 10.
You do that. Do like one of those videos you did for a Spider-Man series, like where you continue it.
How to fix.
Yeah, how to fix
The-
the sequels.
Fuck! Can I just add one last thing?
Yeah.
Before it ends? I did a series on my channel ages ago, about 3 years ago, which was what if Anakin went with Obi-Wan to Utapau? This
Oh.
shit got like over like 100,000 views. This is like my biggest series. Like this shit was big, and I never finished it. I did 5 parts, and I was meant to do 6, right?
Mm-hmm.
Basically, what happened was Anakin never ended up joining. Well, he ended up going to the dark side, but only momentarily because the events that like snowballed ended up him coming back to the light side. So then that happened, and then him and Padme started a family, had Luke and Leia. They were Skywalkers, so Leia was Leia Skywalker. Padme ended up getting killed by a bounty hunter, which I'm pretty sure was Boba Fett. And then turns out Snoke hired the bounty hunter. Snoke then took Luke and Leia away from Anakin and trained them as Sith. Snoke did all this shit behind the scenes. But now I'm just realizing Episode 9 completely shuts down my entire series because Palpatine is Snoke. So that means that Anakin killed Palpatine in part 3 of my series, but then Palpatine comes fucking back to take Luke and fucking Leia. Fuck. I'm gonna have to finish the series. Holy shit.
Ripperino.
Rip my series. Fuck's sake, even stuff that's not even official Star Wars, Ryan Johnson's even fucking up my shit. Fuck Ryan.
Yeah, now Ryan, you personally fucking did it, man.
Oh, I should have brought out the 6th part before the Rise of Skywalker. Would have made a lot more sense. But anyway, sorry, I just had to put that out there. Thank you everyone for.
Yeah, no, you got that out of your system now. Now we can go and make our hate altar to Ryan Johnson.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you guys. See you guys soon. I'm gonna announce the Machinima Hub podcast tonight, so pay attention in the hub.